seniors and they're older and they're very vulnerable. So this facility will be able to meet their needs and provide a beautiful, high-quality environment for them to thrive in.
In tonight's Big Story Breakdown, we are diving into affordable housing. Thanks to a unanimous Oklahoma City City Council vote, help is officially on the way for veterans experiencing homelessness.
Fox 25's David Chasanoff joins us live after learning more about a new housing initiative. David, what's it going to look like?
Adam, when the officials tell me Dorset Place is where 37 rooms will be available to veterans, and they'll also have access to several services.
Passes unanimously.
I was elated. I mean, personally, I don't think that veteran homelessness should exist in our community. You know, these veterans served our country and we can do everything we can to take care of them.
Greg Shin says the Oklahoma City Housing Authority is partnering with the OKC Veterans Affairs Medical Center to offer supportive, affordable housing at Dorset Place.
It'll be a huge advantage. It'll take 37 veterans and their households off the streets, reducing homelessness among veterans, and that's a huge victory for everybody.
According to the OCHA, residents will be offered medical care and food, among other things.
This absolutely will be life-saving, especially when you look at the point-in-time count for homelessness.
City data found more than 1,800 people experienced homelessness last year, and veterans accounted for 7% of the population.
This facility will be able to meet their needs and provide a beautiful, high-quality environment for them to thrive in.
Shin says residents will pay no more than 30% of their income for rent. He adds case management services will be offered to those struggling to find a job.
I think there should be a lot of public support for veterans here.
Shin says this building will have residents in 3 months or less, and the VA will be in charge of deciding who gets to stay here. Reporting live in Oklahoma City, David Chasanoff, Fox 25 News.
Thank you, David. And Tulsa's Mayor Monroe Nichols is also taking a very proactive approach to tackling that city's affordable housing crisis. Back in February, the mayor signed an executive order creating a housing acceleration team for permitting, inspection, and zoning, along with the community builder program to encourage housing rehabilitation efforts. His main focus is to reduce the cost burden taken on by developers to produce more housing and lower unsafe properties by 60%.
Some of it is rehabbing structures that you know, with a little bit of work can be brought back online. Some of it is rebuild. We actually have a piece of legislation that's rolling through the state capitol right now that is meant to help us accelerate our ability to clean the titles on non-owner occupied blighted properties.
Tulsa's mayor also wants to add 6,000 affordable housing units by 2028.
We're continuing to see the city of Tulsa and other partners taking more steps to confront the growing unhoused population and affordable housing crisis.
Fox 25's Lauren Henry gives us an insight into the work being done to help solve this issue.
Everyone is facing a housing shortage, and so we have to be strategic about how we address it.
The Tulsa Day Center provides food and shelter to thousands of unhoused individuals every year. CEO Mac Haltom spoke about a program through the center that helped rehome about 300 people last year, but they're still working with the city and other partners to create long-term solutions.
There's immediate needs right now for people to get off the streets. Our shelters are full in Tulsa, including the one at the Day Center. But the plan going forward is to find those affordable housing units that get people in.
Mayor Monroe Nichols has been vocal since his election about his goal to reach functional zero homelessness by 2030. Emily Hall, the senior advisor to the mayor on homelessness, shared what's been done so far.
We are actively collecting data, understanding just who and where people are homeless, what services are needed. We've begun this coordinated approach within city departments of making sure that we are working hand in hand with our outreach teams.
Along with the Day Center and city efforts, Housing Forward is also looking at barriers involving the construction of affordable housing.
Looking at our permitting process internally at the city of Tulsa to streamline and make that process more efficient. It's looking at various aspects of our zoning code and making sure that we're allowing for the production of the type of housing that the market needs.
Not only do zoning codes and permits create barriers, but so does the stigma surrounding affordable housing.
When people think about affordable housing, they think vouchers, they think subsidies, but the reality is many people on a median income in our community, teachers, firemen, people that are retired, are in desperate need of housing that is affordable and achievable at their income.
Lauren Henry, Fox 25 News.
Experts are keeping an eye on the pace of home sales in the United States as potential buyers are facing high prices and elevated mortgage rates. Economists with Wells Fargo say total home sales reached 4.7 million in January, just slightly above the rate experienced in the wake of the Great Recession between 2008 and 2010. They note the broader economy remains strong, meaning the sales pace cannot be blamed on a recession. The U.S. housing market's been in a sales slump since 2022 when mortgage rates began to rise from pandemic-era lows. However, the cost to rent or own in Oklahoma City still much less expensive than the national average despite ongoing changes in the housing market nationwide. According to Zillow, if you wanted to buy an average home this year, it'll cost more than $190,000. That's a 1.2% increase from last year. Price has gone up significantly since 2016 when the average home cost $116,000. And for those who rent, the average rent in Oklahoma City, $1,283 compared to the national average of $1,980.
Well, one possible solution to the affordable housing crisis is tiny homes. Tiny home villages have been popping up across the nation, including here in Oklahoma.
Joel Moreno from our sister station in Seattle visited one bustling community and met with the people living there.
It may be small, but this tiny house gives Oscar Fernandez the stability he hasn't seen in years.
Living in the tent is not sure for anybody, you know. Now I have an opportunity to play.
Just a couple months ago, tents were pitched across the property at Riverton Park United Methodist Church in Tukwila. Now it's been transformed into the newest tiny house village in King County.
Tiny homes was something that was easy and quick to build.
The Low Income Housing Institute operates Riverton Park and a second location in Tukwila called Miracle Village, which is also at a church.
They're so excited to have a house. They're not sleeping in the woods. They're not sleeping in the rain. They're just happy to have a house they can call their own.
Residents must follow a set of rules, which includes no drugs or alcohol on site.
You know, there's a lot of people that are dealing with substance abuse barriers, so they want to come into the program in order to stay clean.
People living across the street say so far the tiny house village has been a good neighbor.
They haven't caused any problem for us, really. It's been loud sometimes. Other than that, no issues from what I've seen.
And there's already early success. Of the 35 people who moved into Miracle Village at the end of October, 12 have already transitioned out into long-sought permanent housing.
I really appreciate Pastor Jan and Pastor Jenkins for doing this. It get our people somewhere to live beside Tent City.
Joel Moreno reporting there. And that was your big story breakdown tonight. You can learn more about Oklahoma City's new housing initiative on OKCFox.com.
Plus, you can watch all of our previous big story breakdowns on our YouTube page. Scan the QR code on your screen or search OKC Fox.